and welcome to DC Figures and Collectibles. I am Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host all the way from Stoke-on-Trent, England. You can find him on Instagram at the.batfan. It is Scott. Scott, how are you doing?
Hello, Tyler of at Batman Figs. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited.
Good.
I'm glad to be recording with you. It feels like it's been a while, even though it's only a week.
Yeah, it does. It always seems like it's ages, and it's literally like 5 days. That's a long time in excited adult collectors world.
It definitely is.
And
Especially when we have
hello to everybody listening on YouTube for the third time now. Is it?
Yeah, third time.
Yeah, hat trick of YouTube, which is fun. So
It's
yeah,
nice.
Thanks for everyone for checking that out because I know a lot of people have been supporting it, which is really kind.
Yeah, it's also nice to be available on all different media platforms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It is definitely. And yeah, YouTube is great fun for. Obviously, you have great fun on there with your figure reviews. I've seen a lot of people doing it. I've seen Metal Driver doing it. Ahsoka. There's loads of cool YouTube pages out there now that everyone can check out, including ours.
Yeah, I'm glad that we could join the YouTube family, and it is cool. Like you said, we just saw Ahsoka the Geek join YouTube, and he has some really cool reviews. I enjoy watching his reviews mainly because I like the background, seeing all his figures on display.
Yeah, and he reviews figures that I don't think I've ever seen before, which is good fun.
Yeah, and it's cool to realize that you don't always have to get new figures, that there's old school figures that you've never even seen before that are still available.
Yeah, well, that's it. Because like some of the older figures that came out, 6, 7, or even up to 10 years ago, you obviously when you're buying them now, you're comparing them to like modern day figures like Essentials, Multiverse, and stuff like that. They weren't around back then, so even if there are old videos, you don't have that sort of comparison that you would have had back then. So it's good fun to update things and also just simply things like better cameras so you can get a better idea of what the figure looks like and stuff.
Oh yeah, and I think he inspired me. I've been looking at the old DC Universe collection. I think I'm going to start looking through getting some of those figures because I mean we were going to get a Black Canary figure, but that disappeared. Now the only way to get the only way to get a good one is through DC Universe figs.
Yeah, and also as we said many times to Ahsoka, I hate him for sharing these pictures because all my money disappears. It's so annoying.
Yeah, well, you've said multiple times too. He's the reason you got certain figures, and he's definitely going to be the reason I start getting into DC Universe. But speaking of figures and speaking of acquisitions and new figures, you got someone that you've been waiting for a while, and we definitely want to hear what you think. And it is the Turtles and Batman.
Yes, the Turtles and Batman. So, got to say big, huge thank you to at Renke Customs on Instagram. He's a 2-time guest of this show, part-time detective for the show, and full-time superhero. So, as you were saying, with people like Ahsoka's, people like Kevin, also Lewis, who are at the back collector, so many kind people that have helped out on this show, and Kevin is a massive inspiration and a fantastic customizer as well. So a big thank you to him. And these figures are amazing. They really are. And knowing that they're GameStop exclusives, but
yes,
they're worth the hassle because they're so cool. And yeah, some of them are my all-time favorites of certain figures.
Now, when you opened them, what was like the first thing that came to mind? What was the first thing that you're like, oh wow?
It's weird, when get new figures. So I usually open the box, then just rip the box to shreds and get out and have a look at them. But these ones that I opened them and I was like, wow, they just look so damn beautiful in the packaging, and they just look so awesome. And the actual packaging itself is really nice as well. It's got that BTS style, but sort of more updated for the Turtles movie and stuff like that. So it looks really good, and just how cool they looked in the packet just blew me away. And obviously you've talked and rightfully eulogized over the Batman many times, and completely echo everything you said about him. He's a phenomenal figure. He's my second favourite Batman figure now, behind the JL Batman.
Dang, that's cool. Big.
Yeah, I prefer him to the BTS Batman. The BTS Batman doesn't, if we're being brutally, harshly honest, he doesn't look that much like the Batman on the animated series, really.
Yeah.
So, although there is a little update on that, which we'll come to later, but this Batman figure is fantastic. The sort of shading they've done on him with like the muscular toning and stuff like that it's really cool, and I love the sort of ball joint they put on the chest as well. That's absolutely fantastic, and I don't know why they didn't do that with the BTS Batman as well for the Bat Cycle, because it's so smooth and just looks great.
That's a great point, actually, because they could have just done that style articulation on him.
Rather than a big horrible joint down the middle, it just looks really weird. But phenomenal figure, the Batman, absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it just looks so smooth. The way his muscles are out, and like he looks good in almost any picture because the light falls on him and just matches up with the shading correctly. It's just the cloth cape is just out of this world.
The cloth cape is a good point, because we've seen many times with premium companies so I want to make sure, excuse me, I want to make sure I get it right. So the Mafex Batman, you've got the Mezco Tactical Batman, and there's also stuff like even basic lines like Mattel. The capes on them are pretty garbage, to be honest. The Tactical Mezco cape is one of the worst capes I've ever seen on an action figure, because
really?
it doesn't sit right on the shoulders, and it's a horrible material. I don't know how they screwed it up, because the original Batman is fantastic on the Mezco, the Ben Affleck BVS one. That's brilliant. But with DC Collectibles here, it's their first sort of attempt at an animated cloth, full cloth cape. They've tried it with the Batman, but it was like a nylon material that was like too sort of stiff and didn't flow properly. Whereas this is a beautiful cloth material and is fantastic. And they did a great job on that cape. It's not too big, it's not too long. It goes over the shoulders. It comes behind the shoulders perfectly. Absolutely fantastic cape. They've done a really great job. Really, really great job.
Yeah, that really is saying a lot, people, if Scott says that this is his number one Batman after Justice League. So
yeah, that Justice League Batman will never be topped unless McFarlane come up with one and better it. But the Turtles Batman is just so good, and as well as him, the rest of the wave is phenomenal too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what are your thoughts on Robin? What do you think of him?
Robin is my all-time favorite Robin.
Yes,
by some distance, to be honest, especially in animated form. He's my favorite animated form by a mile. The Arkham Knight Robin is a close second, I'd say, but this Robin is amazing. It just looks so damn cool.
Is it because he doesn't have a big smile on his face?
It honestly, it probably is. If DC Collectibles did some alternate heads for that the original BTS Robin, that might convince me to go for that. But just the fact that you've got two head sculpts. I love the hood on him, which is fantastic. The color of the grey on his suit's amazing. The cape's beautiful, and I love the ball joint on his chest. It's brilliant.
And for how thin he is, he has double knee joints and all that.
Exactly, and so he doesn't suffer from the same problem that Tim Drake Robin does, which is that he's got fragile legs, small legs, and he's got stupid, fiddly little feet. Whereas on this one, he's got really strong planted feet, which is fantastic. I mean, I know they can't really help that because it's just the way the character's designed in the series, but they don't help themselves with terrible joints. But no complaints with this Robin. He is amazing, and I really enjoyed Damian Wayne in the movie. The father and son relationship of Batman and Robin is something that I've never really seen before, because I don't read the comics, and I haven't really watched any of the Son of Batman movies, but I really enjoyed the relationship they had in this movie. So,
do you think you might watch the others?
Tempted to, yeah. I mean, I still haven't seen Batman Hush or anything like that. It's not something that, as I said, I don't really watch too much of that kind of stuff, and I don't read the comics, so I'm not.
I think one that you would enjoy next would be the Titans versus Justice League.
That in particular is one that I remember you mentioned it last week, and that in particular is one that I would like to see because it sounds like a cracking movie.
Yeah, I think you'd like that. Plus, it give you ideas to use that Robin figure, so we get blessed by that.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. Yeah. Could do some animated pictures of that. Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
Plus, you have the Titans as well. Now, what do you think of the accessories that come with them? Because they come with quite a lot. Are you pleased with them?
Yes, accessories are brilliant, and I love the grapple guns. They look cool and different, which is most important of anything. And Robin comes with his heat. I don't know how you describe it. His heat sort of bat signal shapes thing that he uses in the movie to defrost the defrost the incompetent Mikey. So it's a fantastic set. The staff is too big for Robin, though, gotta say. And the point you made about the hands being too small is definitely true. The little staff I love, though. I love that. That looks really cool. Fantastic. Very, very sort of Titans-esque. I really like that. It looks really cool, and I like the colour and detail they put on it. But I just think the big stuff is just a little bit over big. And Batman accessories are really good as well. I mean, I love the little pizza that comes with them as well. The pizza slices, they're great.
Oh yeah, and you could definitely use those for a flash pick later.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Now, what are your thoughts on the Turtles?
Turtles are amazing. I really, really enjoy Raphael.
Your favorite, correct?
Yeah, of all of them, he's my favourite. He's just so cool. I love the colour of the red, how it contrasts with the green, and I love the fact that they've gone for more sort of a pale green with him as well.
The
alternate head sculpt he comes with is sick. Yeah. The alternate head sculpt he comes with is absolutely fantastic as well. Really, really cool.
And you actually have a bike for him to ride too. You could have him on the bat cycle.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's so freaking cool. He's got so many cool accessories, and although the only complaint I do have is getting the weapons that he comes with into his hand is ridiculously difficult. And
especially through the one where he has the hole up top where you're supposed to slide it through.
Yeah,
that one I felt like I was going to break the figure.
Yeah, you don't have to get a hairdryer on those hands before you use them. And taking the weapons out. Taking the weapons out of his hands is going to be impossible. So I'm just going to leave them in there permanently.
Oh yeah, I would leave them, especially for those hands.
Yeah, absolutely impossible.
You are going to get the next set. Kevin's going to help you.
Yeah, we've already sorted all that out. So he's going to post me all the rest of the wave when they arrive to him. So it's going to be good fun. I think we're getting Batgirl and Alfred next, aren't we? So that's going to be really, really cool.
And when are those due?
So we're getting them next month, which will be sort of maybe late October or early November time, perhaps. So
I hope it's late October. So
we got these earlier than we should have. They should have been out in sort of September, like mid-September, and they came out like very late August, which is really surprising. DC collectibles to be on time.
And here, if you pre-order at GameStop, they tell you that you're going to get them all in December. So it's like, whoa! When I started seeing people post pictures, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So I think that's only as a complete set, but they're releasing them in waves like this.
It's very weird that is because that's exactly what Kevin very kindly did for me. He pre-ordered the whole wave, and we were like, well, they come in December. It's fine. The wait is no problem. Just getting them at all is brilliant. But then they started posting them separately, and I was like, oh wow, that's very, very good of them, I suppose.
Yeah, Kevin, run to GameStop. Run.
Get to GameStop immediately. No, it's very kind of. I really enjoyed taking pictures of them as well, which has been good fun, and they're so photogenic.
Oh yeah, and I really love the one you did yesterday outside because it looks like it's either a sunrise or sunset, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah, so
Love
I
the
had to get up
orange tone.
really, yeah, I had to get up really early for work. So I took them with me, and where I park is like high up on a car parking lot. So I went to the top of there,
Oh,
just put them on the edge of the car parking lot, and yeah, take a picture of them because it was early sunrise. So it's like that's just perfect. It's just like they're finishing the night shift and heading back to the cave, and yeah, I thought that'd be quite a cool picture. It's just one of them where I thought, oh, I'll take them with me, see what happens, and yeah, it was a really nice sunrise sky.
and it looks actually like you're in Southern California instead of England. There's no clouds.
Oh, that's like
Looks
the ultimate
beautiful.
compliment.
Now we have to get to something that we all love, and it is a weekly thing, and it is the past weekend theme. Tell us a little bit about the past weekend
Oh
theme.
yeah, that was a blast, and so me and Lewis, who was at the Bat Collector, we did a DCEU theme, and we decided to do a two-parter because purely and simply because we had that many ideas, we couldn't fit them all into one weekend. So yeah, we're going to spread it across two, which is always good fun when we do two-parters. Really enjoyed it. Lewis did some absolutely phenomenal pictures, and he's shown me some of the ones he's got to come, and they're, if anything, even better. I love the one
I
that he started with as well, with the Man of Steel picture. Amazing.
Let me look. I'm gonna go over there because I was looking at your stuff right now.
Yeah, his Man of Steel picture was just beautiful, of that sort of first flight.
Oh,
Inspired.
okay, yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. Just based on what you said, first flight. Yeah, he did a really cool job. You can tell he used the uh, Death of Superman thing for the rock. It looks kind of
Yeah,
whiter, so it looks like a glacier, and he put some spread out cotton ball there for the snow, and the lighting's perfect.
yeah, it looks beautiful. That does, really does, and lots of really nice sort of semi-portrait pictures that he did with the Harley and then the Batman as well. Sorry, the Bruce Wayne when he's meeting Barry Allen, which is fantastic. So, and then ending it with a League shot, which everybody loves.
Yeah, really cool colors with the purple and the orange.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I have to ask you something because I know it's an older figure, or I think it is, but it still looks magnificent. And it's your first picture of this past weekend, and it is General Zod. What figure is that?
Yeah, so it's the Mattel. Oh, I can't remember the exact name of the line, but it's a really old Mattel line
Movie
that was
Masters?
Movie Masters, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's Movie Masters Zod, and he scales absolutely perfectly with the Mezco figures, and
Really?
he doesn't look out of place with them either. You know, so far Mattel fell from grace with their figures. I mean, these were what the basic budget figures back in the day, and they are so much better than some of their recent multiverse stuff.
Yeah, I can't
Um,
believe how good that face sculpt is.
Honestly, it's amazing. It really is, and the actual suit itself is fantastic. It doesn't look out of place for Mezco figures, which is awesome. And took that picture at the end of my road. There's a great big pile of rubble just randomly sat there. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll have a go of seeing if that looks like the Man of Steel thing. And I literally took that picture after watching Man of Steel. So yeah, obviously the day after, I think. So that was good fun and sort of in the moment hype.
Well, it looks good, and I can't believe that it's actually a 6-inch figure too. It fits perfect.
Yeah. So I put there's a third picture I put in there when you swipe across purely just to see the scale of them, and they scale nicely.
That's unbelievable. And I think you could get that online for cheap. I might have to get the
You
Zod.
can. Yeah, so I got like Zod, Fiora, Jor-El, and the Zod when he's getting put into the Phantom Zone. Got all those figures for about £30, so can't really complain with that. It's a really good deal.
All right, and then the next photo, and I'm sorry if I go almost photo by photo, but you're killing it as of lately, and I don't know what's possessed you.
Thank you.
But I'm just messing. But this next photo is absolutely brilliant. It looks really cinematic, and I really like just the added little details, even of the light above it. And it is Batman looking at the bat suit in a I don't know, a glass case. But
Yeah.
what is the case? And then I don't know, like, are you using a different camera? Like, what did you do? Because all of a sudden your stuff looks magnificent.
Yeah, no, I'm still using the same camera. I just had a little play around with lighting a bit. So, the wallpaper in my bedroom is black. So I decided to take the picture against that for a change rather than doing a digital background. Because I had a look into some Batcave pictures and they all looked either not right for the angle or just not right for the setting of like the suitcase or the suit chamber, whatever you want to say. And yeah, it just didn't look right. It just didn't quite fit in. So I decided to just completely black out the background and do it that way. But the actual suit display itself came from eBay. I bought it off eBay maybe sort of a month ago, and I was just waiting for it to arrive from China. It's an absolutely fantastic setup. It's based on the Dark Knight trilogy, but I actually think it looks better for the DC EU stuff because it's got that same blue tint that it has in BVS.
It looks so cool. I might have to do some research.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and just use the cowl from the BVS Nightmare Batman from the Mafex figure, and just put that on top of the JL Batman suit, and it fit on there perfectly. And yeah, that Mafex Bruce Wayne's amazing as well. Such a cool figure.
And I really like how you managed to capture just also his reflection from on the thing. Just the whole thing is just really nice. Just a top class photo.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really kind of you. And yeah, the reflection was a pain at first because all you could see was myself in the reflection. So I had to like adapt and make sure there's no light shining on me to reflect back into it and make sure it was Ben that you were seeing and not me.
And then I know I'm going basically picture by picture here, but like I said, you've been just absolutely killing it as of late. And this is another beautiful picture, beautiful setting. And I want to ask about where this is. It looks like there's a waterfall in the background, and it's your Mezco Aquaman versus the DC multiverse where they really kicked it in the gear, Black Manta.
Yeah. So, okay, so if we're going back to, I think it was a couple of weeks before for the outdoor photography theme. So I did a picture of Aquaman by a waterfall. Well, next to that, it's sort of like a little rock area with a sort of small like water pipe that is like gushing water through it. So I decided it would be a cool idea to do a Aquaman versus Black Manta picture, and I took this on the same day that I did the Aquaman picture as well. So I've been saving this one. Yeah, I've been saving this one for a while to use at the right time, and put them in there. It was a tricky thing to balance Aquaman because of his notable articulation limits, but good fun doing it. Yeah, and just decided to sprinkle some water on Black Manta so it looks like he's just sprung out of the water or whatever. And
that's the part that I think just really adds to it because it just makes it that much more believable.
Yeah, it's such a cool figure, the Black Manta. I did another picture of him as well, which I'm definitely going to upload, but whether it'll be for this theme or not, I don't know. But I did another picture of him and I'm definitely going to use it. And that picture that I haven't uploaded yet is massively inspired by some of the outdoor pictures that you do. So looking forward to seeing what you think of that.
Well, there's one more picture that I want to talk about because I could just talk about each one of these from this past theme, but this one is absolutely killer. And of all your pictures, this one could easily be mistaken for a straight up still from a movie. And I also want to ask about where you took it. And this is the Mafex Batman taking on the Parademons with the Beast Kingdom, Steppenwolf in the back. That is just, it's almost straight up looks like a screenshot.
Thank you. That really is kind. And
you actually did a whole sequence. And it's like, you could tell you put a lot of work into it. You had Cyborg in it, Flash in it, Wonder Woman. It looks like a whole movie scene.
Yeah, so that tunnel fight was a big inspiration for this one. And I set it up in my garage and
Nice.
sort of cleared loads of space for and put a few props in there. Then just basically posed the hell out of some of the Mafex figures and the amazing Beast Kingdom Steppenwolf, and then also used the Mezco Wonder Woman. It's just so much fun setting up big pictures like this and getting them to pose right. And there was a picture, like a still from the movie, where a Parademon's attacking Batman, and I just saw it online. And I thought, yes, that's a really good idea for a picture. So I decided to go with that and see what it worked out like. And yeah, it was good fun doing that.
I mean, I got it. If you guys haven't seen the whole sequence, it's freaking brilliant, and you could tell that he put a lot of work into it. And the lighting is perfect in each sequence. There's effects on some of them. It's bloody brilliant. I wish it was like 2,000 likes.
Thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you.
And then one more, just because I could keep going on. But I got to ask about this too, because it's a really cool prop piece, but I also really love the lighting. It gives Alex Ross vibes.
Yes.
It is your Justice League, and it looks like it's in the Watchtower, and it is all of them minus Aquaman, but the whole team. Now, what is that piece? And then tell us about the shot.
So that piece I brought at the same time as I brought the Batcave display, or the Batsuit display, from China, and it's a phenomenal piece. It's just a very simple setup. It's just a plug-in table that lights up through the bottom of each side, and it goes straight through the whole thing, and it looks so cool, and it fits perfectly for 6-inch figures, and it just looks like a Justice League or Batcave command table or
Batman
master
Beyond
computer. Yeah, Batman Beyond, exactly. Yeah, it's just such a cool piece, and couldn't not buy it. I had to get it when I saw it. And yeah, it's just a fun thing to set up. And I was saying to you yesterday, I did a B-side of it as well, which I'll upload probably next week. Now, and,
whole week.
Yeah, I did a B-side of it because I wanted to do a different angle of it. But yeah, I love still taking pictures of Justice League figures. I can't wait to rewatch the series as well. Really can't wait to rewatch it. I'm going to do it again soon.
Good. I hope that means that we get a lot of Justice League picks from you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I can't
help myself. Like you said, you got a big theme coming up this weekend. It is the second part of the DCEU theme with Lewis.
Yeah, definitely. Second part. And me and Lewis got some interesting and cool ideas to come. I've seen some of his pictures. They're phenomenal. So definitely stick around for that. It's been good fun. And yeah, it'll be a nice
Only
mini
a day
series.
left.
Yeah. Brilliant. But looking forward to it. And yeah, but thanks for the kind words. It really does mean a lot. That's very kind of you.
No, I'm thankful that you share your gift.
But no, it's been good fun. And so photography for you lately, I wanted to ask you about a couple of things.
Okay.
And especially the BTS run through. Start with that first of all, because you've said a couple of times now it might be your sort of last run through of the episodes, but if you do go out, you're certainly going out on a high because the pictures that you've been doing are just fantastic.
Thank you. I'm really, really trying this one. Really trying. I want to capture the complete essence of the episode and also try to top myself. And I just want there to be no doubt when people look at it, but oh yeah, that's from that episode.
Well, the favourite that you've done so far is definitely Christmas with a Joker.
Oh, good.
Really love that.
That one, I just wanted people to look at and be able to hear him saying it. Go on, open
it. No, I really, really love that one. And the bat symbol you put on the present box as well. That's brilliant. And the pliers, just so good. So good.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one to do. Even though it's not Christmas, it got me in the mood.
It was just such a cool figure to take pictures of. Like, that Joker figure is so underused by people, and I love seeing that photograph.
Oh, it's heck of a pricey figure now.
Yeah,
That
no, it
one definitely
definitely
went
is.
up in value, which
I love
scares me when I have to do the head swap.
I love the on leather wings picture that you did as well, and that's inspired a few copycats that I've noticed in and around Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it hasn't gone unnoticed. I've seen a few people trying to copy it, and they didn't come close to
Oh, I'll
doing
have
it
to
as
check
good.
it out.
Yeah, they didn't come close to doing it as good as you did with that picture. I love the pose on Batman and the cape, that wide cape getting fully utilized in that picture.
Yeah, it's that figure is definitely gonna get worn out in doing this.
Yeah, he looks brilliant, and but in terms of freestyle photography, as you always put it, the turtles that you've been photographing this week are rather different from the ones that I have.
Oh yeah, I did a different. Luckily, I got to try out a different version of Turtles, and it is the NECA version of the I believe it was the '88 movie or '89 movie.
Yeah.
And my cousin, he invited me over and said, "Bring that Batman," and so I did, and he busted out these turtles, and I brought over my NECA Dio, and it's it's unbelievable how once you put you know how you said you look at the extreme sets and when you
Yeah.
first open it and you were like, oh, it's not that impressive, but then once you set it up and you put the camera on it, it just looks completely different.
Yeah.
These turtles look like you're working on a movie set or something. They look unbelievably real,
Yeah.
or just like the movie. I mean, not real, but yeah, it was a lot of fun messing around with them. But again, it's first of all, it was someone else's figures, and so also it was NECA. So trying to pose them or do anything like that, I was just so scared because I didn't want to break them or I didn't want to do
Oh God,
something
yeah.
and have it fall and snap a sword or something like that. So, but yeah, it was a really it was. If you guys are debating getting these turtles because they did re-release them soon, I believe that you can still get them at this point. I would highly suggest it. I know I think I'm thinking about asking for them for Christmas or something, or just
Yeah, they're
getting them
so cool.
myself. If you're a turtle fan, those are excellent. I would
Yeah.
highly suggest getting the 2 packs that come with Batman and these, and you're set.
Yeah. Yeah, such cool turtle figures they are, and they go with that '89 Batman so well.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they'll look very nice next to the Mezco if that gets released. I believe it's 2025 that they were planning on that. So
Brilliant! They're saving it
for the 50,
for 2089.
2089.
Yeah, that's when they're going to be saving it to. But you've been having some fun with the Lobo wave this week as well, which was sent to you by Big Bad Toy Store.
Yes,
That was good fun. I love the one that you did with Superman. That was a cracking shot.
That was specifically because you asked for it. You said you wanted him fighting Superman. I was like, I gotta get it.
Yeah,
Gotta get him fighting Superman.
that was a really nice picture. I love Lobo's pose in that as well. The chains are really cool. They look fantastic.
It's surprising that they put actual real chain in there. It actually has some heft to it when you pick it up. There's some weight. It's not plastic, and also that hook is actually really metal too. So that's
nice.
Mattel. They did it right on that. Really nice, except for if you look at the leg, and I purposely did it so that I could show the QC. I got bit by the QC bug. It's supposed to be, I guess that's the right leg up top where it's supposed to be, and from the bottom down it's the correct leg, but for some reason they put the right leg top joint in there. So
I didn't even notice that. What the hell is that?
Yeah,
that's weird.
It's annoying. At first I thought it was just like the complete right leg, but no, it's just everything's correct, just not that
How
part.
on earth can a company do that? Totally bizarre.
People were like, you should send it back and get it. I was like, no, it took me this long just to be able to find and get it. I'm not gonna send it back.
No, that is such a cool shot though. I really enjoyed that one.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. Some Kingdom Come Superman. You talked about Alex Ross earlier.
Oh yeah,
that was nice.
I love that Superman as well.
What's your favorite that you've got so far from that wave?
I would have to say the coolest looking one, the one that I would take a bunch of pictures of, but I feel like people would hate is the Green Lantern the Kyle Rayner fig.
Yeah, he is nice. He does look
Absolutely brilliant head sculpt, and even to the point where I took a close up of him, and you can see he even has his teeth are done well and all that. It's like they actually put a lot of work into this figure, so I really like it. But other than that, I really like the Superman a lot too. Except for I do wish I put some gray on the sides. I noticed that the Batman Beyond is getting scalped heavily. I've seen him as high as $50, so I didn't know that
Oh, really?
Yeah, at a local comic store they have this wave, and every figure is $25 except for the Batman Beyond. He's like 50.
What the hell? That's weird.
Yeah. Well, it's weird that a comic store is scalping, first of all, and then it's also
that's not very good, is it? Very odd.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think it's a good wave, but it makes me want to get the Ninja wave, Batman Ninja. So hopefully that.
Batman Ninja wave looks good. Lewis has been taking some nice pictures of that Ninja Batman as well.
Yeah, he's also partially to blame.
It's a good point. So the Mattel figures are great. I actually picked up the Red Robin and Grayson Batman this week. Finally,
yes,
managed to get them in the UK. That Grayson Batman, I've criticised him quite heavily. I actually really like him. He's a very cool figure.
He's not bad once you get him in hand, except just the cape looks bad. But I feel like if you don't take any behind photos of him, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. I feel like some people potentially have been unlucky with the packaging as well, and it's crumpled the cape up so much that it's like beyond saving to make it
like
look
a tissue.
any good. Yeah, kind of. I had the same problem with the Batman Forever figure because the cape was just ruined in the box.
Yeah.
And because it had been sat there for so long, it just put permanent creases in it that you can't get out. But the Grayson Batman, the cape on mine for some reason came in the box, and it wasn't draped down; it was actually up. So it was completely flat for somehow. It's hard to explain without showing, but so the cape was like completely flattened and sits dead nice on him. It doesn't look too thin or anything, which is weird. But and that Red Robin is so cool. How often are we going to get a Red Robin figure? Because he looks so awesome.
And how often are you ever going to find a Mattel figure that actually looks that good? Like the face actually looks good. The paint looks really good.
Yeah.
Double elbow, double knee.
Oh, the double knee and double elbow is just so good. Absolutely fantastic. They really, really did a good job on him.
I feel like they've only done 4 or 5 figures where they actually did complete double elbow and double knee.
Yeah.
So that's rare because I know that Shazam got it, Joker got it, Alfred got it. Now Red Robin. I don't really know any of them. They had double elbow.
Yeah, they did do a fantastic job. Really cool. I like the details they put on his staff as well. They didn't just put a stick in there. They put a bit of detail on that as well, which is nice.
Yeah, but mine was bent, and the detail made it just look like a bendy straw when I got it.
Oh, you're joking.
No, because you know how it has those ridges. It just kind of looks like a bendy straw.
Yeah.
When it's
bent. It sucks. That does. I gotta say they didn't do a good job of that then, because the stick's so cool. It's just such a shame that they cheap out on the packaging sometimes.
Yeah, but after fixing it, getting it straight, it looks good. All is well.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with the red.
Well, I only bought the Grayson Batman for the Dick Grayson head sculpts because I want to try an idea with him that I've not seen anyone do yet. So I want to try and give something a go with that.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, literally just bought it for the Grayson head sculpt. That's it. But I actually really do like the Batman anyway. He looks quite cool, and you can tell it's not Batman, but he still looks like Batman, if that makes sense, which is great. It's not just another Batman figure. You can tell that he's different, and they put some effort.
Especially that little smirk.
Yeah, definitely. I like the colours as well. That sort of hush colours, very nice.
Yeah, and it's also the same body they use for all those San Diego exclusives.
Yeah,
for the
true.
skinny Adam West body.
Yeah, true. That's very true. But yeah, so you got picked up plenty new plastic lately.
New plastic. Nothing I could speak on. I don't have anything coming. Nothing new. Yeah, I mean, I've been going daily looking for stuff, just also because, I mean, in case I want some custom body or in case something comes to mind, I could use like a background thug. But so far, nothing new. I got everything right when it came out, and now we're in the middle of that drought.
Yeah, it's a bit of sort of a kind of an awkward time, isn't it? You're waiting for Comic-Con, see if anything will come out there, and Christmas is coming thick and fast now as well.
What I have noticed though is, how people were saying that the '89 Toy Biz, Batman, Joker, the Poison Ivy, that wave.
Yes.
They were wondering if that was going to be a Target exclusive. And we even asked Jason, who worked at Mattel, if that was the case, and he said no. However, I've been hunting everywhere, different locations, all over California. And I have never seen the Toy Biz Batman, Joker, or that quote-unquote animated Poison Ivy anywhere other than Target. And I've never seen the whole Killer Croc wave anywhere other than Walmart. So I think they're like officially unofficial exclusives to those places.
Yeah, it's like we're not calling them exclusives, but we're only shipping to these people.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just to those people that are out there hunting and everything, and you're wondering if you'll ever see certain waves. I think they unofficially make them exclusives to certain stores just so that you don't have to go to one place and get it all, so that they're like, okay, send some traffic our way.
That's kind of poor from Mattel, really, isn't it? I mean, at least when DC Collectibles screw us over, they're honest about screwing us over, like with the GameStop exclusives. But then Mattel doing that is pretty sneaky and pretty weird as well. I don't understand why you'd do that, but yeah, very strange.
Just what I've noticed.
But then maybe that's the reason they're not going to be doing it anymore. If they're making decisions like that, it's very strange.
Yeah, I mean, McFarlane doesn't have any problem shipping any and everywhere.
Well, that's even Australia. Yeah, exactly. Like we were saying in the last episode with Massive Geeky, can get them over there. I can get them over here. You can definitely get them where you are in California. There's so many places that sell these McFarlane toys, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing that, as we've said. So yeah, should be good fun.
Yeah, and anyone we've talked about in terms of quality, even including you, said they're bloody brilliant.
They are bloody brilliant.
So no
and
worries.
What's also bloody brilliant is we've got Batman Day coming up this weekend.
Oh yeah,
I'm very excited about that. I can't wait for that. It's just annoying that we're going to be doing a DC EU theme over the middle of it, but I'm still gonna do a DC EU Batman Day tribute anyway. So.
Oh, you got to, and I'm sure people won't complain if you break to do that.
Yeah.
There's no rules, Scott. There's no rules.
There is no rules. There is no rules.
Never.
So you did a beautiful sort of, it's almost like a Batman tribute anyway, to the Crime Alley scene picture you did with the whole Bat family set up there. I adore that picture, and that got a massive reaction as well. It was a really nice picture.
Thank you. Well, the reason I did this is because if you look at Batman Day, there's two things that pop up. There's the 15th and the 21st. So I just figure I'm just gonna do both. I'm just do pictures.
Well, if anyone can have 2 days dedicated to him a year, then he can.
Yeah, it's freaking Batman. But I'm glad that you like that picture, and that's and I feel like anyone that does toy photography or anyone that does anything creative, this is one of those moments where I was like thinking of like, okay, it's Batman Day, or supposed to be, or one of those days, and I was trying to think of something that just came to mind, and instantly I was just like, okay, that's it, perfect, I gotta take it. It just came to mind, and I love when those things happen.
Well, those are the best kind of pictures usually, aren't they? Ones that you sort of plan out meticulously, don't always go to plan because you've got an idea in your head, it doesn't quite come off, but ones you sort of flying to instinctively work out pretty nice sometimes.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm also glad that we have even the figures to do it. Thank you, Mattel.
How long did that take you to stand them all?
I would say that took probably 15 minutes because I was trying to get Alfred's arm around Batman, and to get that happen a few times where he would fall over and do the domino effect.
Oh no,
yeah. Then trying to get the lighting and everything, that took a bit, but I'm glad that people liked it. And then only one person asked who died, so that's good.
What a stupid question, really.
I just answered pop culture, if you don't know.
It's such a stupid question, really is.
Someone finally answered him. But yeah, that was a fun one. I'm definitely gonna think it to do another. I have something else in mind for Saturday.
Awesome! I'm looking forward to seeing that.
To see what you do.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try and do a DCEU Batman Day. Do that instead. Figure out. So Ben Affleck's pretty much on par with Michael Keaton as my favorite Batman. So definitely going to put some effort into that and really try and make it a Batman Day within a DCEU theme. Definitely.
Well, if anyone could do it, it's you. Especially because you always say, "I don't know." It's going to be tough, and then you just absolutely crush it.
Sometimes ideas don't always come naturally with things like this because I don't want to it would be easy to just do Batman v Superman posts all weekend, but that's not what it's about. So I wanted to think outside the box a bit more with it, with Aquaman and Wonder Woman and Man of Steel. So but that day will be about Batman, so that's not as bad.
Good.
But while we're talking about the DC
weekend.
Yes, exactly. But while we're talking about the DCEU, I wanted to pick your brain about a few things.
Okay.
So we all know that what happened with the first Suicide Squad, love it or hate it, we all know there were flaws in it. But what do you think of the announcement for the cast of the next movie, the official announcement, finally?
Suicide Squad 2. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on this. I don't. First of all, I don't like the remnants of the fact that we are trying to have some Marvel person come in and help, because we saw what happened when Josh Whedon came in and tried to make things Marvelized for Justice League. Yeah. Everyone hated it. It was not fun, and it was not enjoyable. I respect what's his name? Gunn.
James Gunn. Yeah.
I respect Gunn. I enjoy Galaxy or Guardians of the Galaxy. In fact, those are I think some of the best Marvel Universe films. However, a lot of people complained about the first Suicide Squad, saying, "Oh, there's a new song every 20 seconds and blah blah." It's that's exactly what James Gunn does in Guardians of the Galaxy. So that people, if you're trying to get away from that, you're leaning into it. And also, I don't like the fact that he's basically bringing over what seems like almost half the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy. He's bringing his brother. He's bringing Michael Rooker. He's bringing some other people from there. It's I don't want this to be Suicide Squad of the Galaxy, and I don't want it to feel a lot like a Marvel movie. And I think that he could do a good job, but I'm not liking the way it looks right now with just the cast and everything. I think I'm glad that Margot Robbie's in it. I think you gotta have her. Yeah. If it's gonna sell at all. I mean, I'm gonna of course go watch it, and I hope it's good. But I feel like some of the biggest complaints that people had in their time, it felt too much like this or this, and you're basically hiring a guy that's what he does, is that style. So
yeah.
I mean, I hope that he does it well. And the other thing I didn't like is I saw that there's a rumor or a headline going around that J.J. Abrams and James Gunn are going to take over for
Yes.
the DCU or EU, whatever they want to call it. And that just freaks me out so much because, I mean, if you look at J.J. Abrams, he doesn't really have any crazy amount of success or people are super stoked for. Lost is his big thing. He was known for Lost, and Lost's biggest thing is what it's known for is having a story that just had they didn't know how they were going to end it, and they just did a bunch of bullcrap for years that led to nothing, and people were pissed off. And so, I mean, that's one thing. And then you look at, okay, he did Star Trek. Okay, he made Star Trek and he made it more about what people say he made it more like Star Wars and the diehard Star Trek fans, where Star Trek is a show about logic and it's about not being quick to action and fighting people. Like the main, I think the primary directive from the show is like, don't mess with people, like talk it out, don't try to alter things, don't be physical. And then he just makes it like a Star Wars movie. So people enjoyed the movie, but it's not even really a Star Trek thing. If you would have slapped a different name on it, yeah, it would have been perfect. But for the main people that love Star Trek, they hate it. Then he made Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and people said that's a good movie, but then they realized it's just exactly the same as Star Wars: A New Hope, just with different characters. He just ripped it off. So his track record has not been great, at least in my eyes. I know people enjoy him, but to me, I'm not excited about him being the one that's taking over the DCU EU. And I also don't like that they're hiring a Disney guy. So it's like, it just bugs me. It's like, you have other people. Wait, what happened to Patty Jenkins? Why can't you talk to her? Why can't you? What about James Wan, who made $1 billion on Aquaman? Why can't you talk to him?
It is bizarre. Why does
it have to always be the same, like 4 people that are making every movie in Hollywood? Why do we have to have these people?
Yeah, I still don't think looking outside is the answer. I genuinely believe if they'd have had, like you say, someone like Patty Jenkins, James Wan.
What about Todd Phillips?
Todd Phillips, and they keep on board. Or if they keep on board people like Zack Snyder to do visuals and stuff like that, I think they would have a genuinely fantastic universe. I don't understand it. Even why don't they have to speak to people like Paul Dini and stuff like that? I don't understand. Yeah, I honestly, exactly. I'll never understand why they won't do that. Like why no big film companies want to go for Paul Dini or something. This guy's got a proven track record with Batman stories. I'm not saying, to be a director or something like that or anything, but just have someone to come in and, write a story and he can kind of contribute a little bit on the directive side alongside somebody. Or I don't understand it. Why do DC always have to look to Marvel for answers on stuff? It's very bizarre, it really is. So we have a saying in our country: too many cooks spoil the broth. And Suicide Squad 2 does look like Suicide at the moment.
Yeah,
with the amount of people, albeit very good, some nice names, and they kept the names that mattered. Yeah, and then they kept the names that mattered, apart from one crucial name, which is Will Smith. They had to keep him as Deadshot. He was great as Deadshot. Him, Margaret Robbie, and Viola Davis were great.
They got rid of Katana, though.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the cast in the previous film, apart from Killer Croc. He was garbage. In fact, actually, Diablo was crap as well. I didn't like him at all. But the rest of the cast were fantastic, including Joel Kinnaman. I can't even pronounce his surname. He was brilliant. You said it, right? Yeah, he was brilliant as Flag. He was fantastic, and they should have just kept with them and maybe add a couple more. Instead, they've gone for a whole revolution.
Oh, let's bring in Marvel people.
Yeah, and they've got people like Polka Dot Man and stuff like that.
Oh, the one I really don't like is that Pete Davidson. That one I really can't stand that casting.
Yeah.
Because he's on Saturday Night Live. He's supposed to be a comedian. He's never funny. All he does is whine and complain, and now he's an actor. I was like, I don't get it. Like, what favor did this guy do? Like, what?
Yeah, what well-placed threats has he put in place to get this job?
Yeah,
very strange.
So I don't know. I'll still see it, but right now it's confusing. And then there's also the new poster for Birds of Prey. What do you think of that?
Not really too impressed. Again, it's like Suicide Squad 2. They've just gone too wacky and alternative with it. Like, let's just see the representations of these characters. Let's just see Black Mask properly, like a real gritty, dark Arkham Origins, Roman Sionis type live action interpretation. That would have been cool. Let's see a traditional Harley Quinn. I'm not saying a full on, with the red and the black outfit, but something, even 1% reminiscent of that, which it isn't at the minute. I don't think there's anything wrong with her outfit in the first Suicide Squad movie, but anyway. I don't understand people like Black Canary, like Montoya, and all that. They're just so different, they're unrecognisable, and that's the problem. You can't identify with these characters straight away.
And why is Montoya so old already?
Yeah, it's really weird. It really is very strange. Because they had a good recipe from a good movie there, but it doesn't look strange. But anyway, people have been saying that Black Mask is one of the best DCEU villains, that the character's been portrayed fantastically by Ewan McGregor, but I don't know. It doesn't look good so far, but we'll see.
He's never even wearing the mask in any pictures.
That's the problem, isn't it? He's Black Mask and he has no Black Mask. So, what is he?
He's just a human being in a white suit.
Yeah, very, very strange. Doesn't look right at all. And another thing that isn't right at all is the DC Universe. Because you were noticing a few issues with it lately, the DC Universe app, especially with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh yeah, and this is really bugging me. Okay, so you spend money, and I spent $75 up front because I think you save like 30% or something. So I spent $75 up front for a whole year, and you think that you're gonna have access to all these movies, like every Batman movie and stuff. But I mean, if I wanted to right now, I couldn't even watch any Batman '89, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Can't watch Batman. Can't watch Batman Begins. Can't watch Dark Knight. They have only a limited amount of animated movies, and then I mean, like the main movie that they're trying to sell action figures for, which they have out right now, they don't even have it available on the DC Universe app. You can't even watch Batman vs. the Ninja Turtles. They only had it on there for like a week.
Such a strange company, like Warner Brothers.
You would think they'd want as much stuff on there possible so people feel like they have a selection, but they keep mixing and matching and taking it off and on.
Yeah, and so just keep on, absolutely drowning the entire app with Young Justice episodes, and not all people that want that, not all people that want that service are Young Justice fans, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I tried watching the new stuff, and it's just still not as good as the first two seasons, and I'm just not as interested in that anymore because I've grown up, and it's not like Batman animated series where it holds up even till then. So
yeah.
I mean, I tried watching Doom Patrol. It's okay. It's just not my cup of tea. And Swamp Thing, it's like, okay, that's up there. Why? You already deleted it. You already canceled it. Why can't I watch? I mean, it bugs me.
Yeah, I feel like what they need to do is just get everything they have so far, movies, everything, put it all in the bin, start again, and make sure you start properly this time. Because it's all a mess at the moment.
Yeah, and make it available to the international crowds.
Yeah, because as you mentioned earlier, J.J. Abrams, who's supposed to be coming into DC, he's apparently been given like a free role to do whatever movie he wants. Like, Warner Brothers, what are you doing? You've gone from completely and utterly tunnel vision to just saying, "Oh, do whatever you want," if true, and that includes a new Justice League movie or a sequel or whatever. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. It really is terrible.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me to want to see any DC movie after this Joker one, because I'm just gonna be thinking, what's the point?
Yeah.
Are they just gonna massacre all these characters and make me just more upset watching it than enjoyment? So, I don't know.
Yeah, and there it is with the Joker movie. It's simple, clean, completely left to do what they want with their movie. That's what Warner Brothers should be doing. They need to map out what movies they want to make, appoint a director, and then leave them the hell alone. Let them do what they want to do with it.
Yeah, write them the budget and then give them money and back off.
Yeah, just leave them alone. Like Lewis was telling me with Patty Jenkins, they didn't want the No Man's Land scene in there, and Patty Jenkins was just like, right, you either put the scene in or I walk instantly. And she won out. So someone like that needs to take charge, like you said, needs to take charge of the DCEU. Someone who's actually, got the balls to turn around and say, no, that's not what I want. This is how I want it to look.
I can't even believe that's a real story. I can't believe there's even.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I can't believe. Why would you not want that scene in there? That was the best scene.
It's the second best scene of the movie, if you ask me, and they wanted to delete it. That is such an inspirational scene. Why would they want to get rid of that? I don't understand.
What's the first best scene?
The first best would have to be the one where she storms into the sort of like it's like the clock tower scene, isn't it? When they
okay.
That scene. I can remember it's Wonder Woman's Wrath. It's called, the scene. Fantastic. I love that scene so much. Just comes in and absolutely nails all the German Nazis, and then the music with it as well is just fantastic. Yeah, that's my favorite scene.
That's definitely worthy of number one.
Yeah, the fight with Ares is good as well, but just that scene with the music, epic. With the hands of the music. Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? It just gives you goosebumps. What actually, out of interest, what's your favourite scene from that movie?
Yeah, it's probably that whole thing. The whole from No Man's Land to where she's just fighting all of them, throwing them through windows and all that.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of the Batman warehouse scene, the way it's like filmed and continuous shot and all that. So, yeah. I could watch that a million times.
Yeah.
Just like I could watch The Laughing Fish a million times.
The Laughing Fish is such a great episode. I'm really happy that we finally got to this one because it's such a fantastic Joker episode. It really is.
Yeah, and just like one of your favorite, the Cape and Cow conspiracy, how that was based on a comic. I know that he's not really his favorite, but just how that was based on a comic. Yeah. The Laughing Fish is actually based on a comic.
Yeah.
So
so we even got the actual Laughing Fish from the comic in the Icons accessory pack, which is pretty cool.
That you have.
Yeah, which having watched this episode, it's given me a few ideas to use with them.
Good. I know that watching this today, I had probably 4 or 5 ideas. I'm having to shuffle those in my brain. But right off the bat, this is one of the first episodes or I think it's the only one in all of BTAS, the original, that does not have a title card. Yeah. It just starts straight away with a shot of a laughing or smiling fish sign swinging in the storm. So that's kind of different.
Very interesting. Why do you think they didn't use a title card? It's pretty weird.
I don't know, because at first I was thinking maybe they were pressed for time, but then you watch it and they linger on this the sign for a while, so it's like they could have easily put a title card.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Maybe it was just to create a creepy atmosphere from the outset.
Yeah, which it definitely does.
Yeah, it really does. The music is just haunting.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the more darker atmospheric episodes.
Mm.
And we start off like what we just said. You see a laughing or smiling fish sign, where it looks like inside of a fresh fish market, and it's raining and there's lightning, and as we pan away, we see a group of fishermen that just got a net full of fish. They cut it down, see what they got. They shine a light on it, and they almost all start throwing up at the sight of the Joker's face on a bunch of fish.
Yeah.
So then we pan out to see Batman brooding.
Oh, I love this. Love this scene.
His cape flowing in the wind, and it's just all you see is his dark silhouette and his eyes, and you hear him say, "So he's made his move." And
yeah, I love that.
We know that Joker is up to something. What do you think of that opening?
Love it. I really do. And, just a very simply explained beginning just by putting a few fantastic visuals in there.
That's so true. And we basically know everything that went on and wasn't over-explained.
Yeah.
This must be the Joker's doing because he used Kevin.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that Batman says he made his move, you already get a sense that he's been tracking Joker for a while, trying to find him. So you don't need to explain that off, which is fantastic.
Bloody brilliant that they the amount of that story they could get across without having to dumb it down, as people would say.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, we see that Batman is back in the Batcave, and he goes over to a lab area, and he puts the Joker fish down. He asks if Alfred could get him the scalpel, and what is the line?
I love the line. I love it. It's like dining into that, sir. He's like, the dissection tray, please, Alfred.
Yeah, Batman is not
I love that. He's
in any mood.
Alfred's just really pissed him off with just a simple line.
Yeah, I guess when the Joker's involved, Batman has no humor. Poor Alfred. No, what did he deserve that for? But then Batman, of course, he's doing his thing, trying to see what's going on there. But then we see a different area. We're taken to an office, or it looks like an office, and it is the office of Carl Francis. And he's sitting there, and all of a sudden the Joker appears with Harley and a couple of thugs, and Joker goes up to talk to Mr. Francis, and he asks him to shut up, and then he asks him what everyone's talking about, and then he gives him a backhand with the fish once he actually answers him. But we basically learned from this little exchange between Joker and Carl Francis that Joker has done something to the fish to make them all look like him, and what he wants to do is copyright the fish so that he gets a cut of all fish products that are sold in the markets or basically anywhere. And it's basically Joker's attempt to make an honest living, even though it's definitely not done in an honest manner.
Yeah, just like you can't copyright fish; they're a natural resource.
And then also we see that in the midst of all this, after he gets smacked by the fish, Harley thinks he smells pretty bad, so she sprays him with some perfume to get rid of that nasty smell. But then in the midst of all this, because like you said, Francis tells Joker that you can't copyright a natural resource, which fish happens to be a natural resource. Joker just isn't having it, and he says, you have until midnight to take care of this, or I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah, then, fantastic opening act to the mini movie that we get with this.
The mini movie, and then where do we go from there, Scott?
Okay, so after we've seen Joker threaten Mr. Francis, we head over to the Batcave where Batman's investigating the fish that he's found after receiving the dissection tray from Alfred. So Batman's looking into it, and he's saying, well, he's obviously not trying to poison us. This compound only affects fish, and it doesn't doesn't affect humans in any way. And Alfred then comes in with another silly line saying, "No, maybe he's trying to make us die from disgust."
Which is a great line.
Yeah, it's a great line. And then next thing we hear is the TV pop on, and Joker is on every single TV channel, publicly threatening Carl Francis, which is just such a creepy scene, and may or may not be what I've based my picture on for this episode. But anyway,
tuned.
so yes, I've done a couple of pictures. This might be one of them. But anyway, Joker is on the TV and he's showing off some of his creepiness to the public and to Gotham City, saying he wants it by midnight. He wants the rights to his fish by then, and really is a fantastically well done scene. That.
And we also don't we get a commercial?
Yes, that the commercial of the Joker fish when Harley's just like, "Oh, Mr. J, I'm not really too good with fish." He just stuffs the fish in her mouth anyway.
Yeah, eat
it. Yeah. Brilliant. Love that scene. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's just I imagine Mark Hamill just having a complete blast playing this role, like getting to do stuff like that.
But this episode and Joker's favor are just so good for like the individual lines and Joker's story he gets to tell.
Yeah, and I can't believe he got paid to be the Joker.
I know, yeah, so good.
I'd be like, are you kidding me? I get paid money to be the Joker. But then from that threat, we see that the police and Gotham's finest, Gordon, Bullock, all the greats, they have set up guards around Francis' house and in the house to make sure that he is protected. And Bullock is talking about how no one could get in. And then right then we see Batman. If I got in this easy, the Joker will too. And then they can't believe that he got in there. But we see that outside there's a van and there's a swordfish on it. And we think that that's the Joker's.
Yes.
But then there we see that Francis is itching and like scratching himself. And Batman asks Francis if he's okay. And he said, oh, in the midst of all this craziness and all the stuff that's been happening, I haven't been able to wash off the stuff that Joker's girl shot on me. And Batman right away just, get this man to a hospital now.
Oh, I love that. And then the music kicks in as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then then we see the swordfish is shot into the place where they're hiding. It's basically a rocket and sprays a bunch of gas that Francis breathes in, and he begins to do that trademark Joker laugh. And we see that a grin starts to appear. Batman, always the man who is prepared. I mean, he, even to the point where in some movies he has ice skates in his boots. He's able to take out an antitoxin and give it to Francis, who is okay after a while. And he explains to everyone that stuff that Harley sprayed on him was part of a binary compound that required a second part, which was what that fish was full of, and Batman took care of it.
Yeah, he used anti-venom he uses to stop the laughing.
Yeah, and then Joker appears on the television to announce his next target, and also gives the deadline of 3 a.m., correct?
Yeah, what I love about this as well, he's like, we bring this news bulletin to let you know that Carl Francis is taking an extended vacation. Looks like he's having fun already. And then he just appears a big smile on him. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Just a little joke about the demise of a human being.
It's so wrong to laugh, but it's just funny, so you have to.
It's classic Joker. And then where do we go from there?
Yeah, so as you said, the number 2 bureaucrat, Thomas Jackson, is threatened on TV. And as you say, 3 a.m. he's got until to sort the rights out. And once again, the police gather outside Jackson's home. But this time, Batman has a plan. which Bullock thinks is a terrible idea.
As Bullock does.
Yeah, the long underwearing geek, as he calls it. But then, amidst all this, next thing we see is a cat come in with a Joker fish. Everyone's really shocked and can't believe what's going on. And the cat instantly attacks Batman, scratches at him, and Batman starts laughing uncontrollably. And we then find out that actually it was not Batman after all. It was Jackson dressed up as Batman, and Batman went undercover as Jackson. So they switched roles just to see if it would affect the cat in any way or affect the attack in any way. And it didn't. The cat went straight for its master, as Batman said. To which Bullock is even less impressed. He's saying you got your pet bat plane dressed up while Joker knocks off pencil pushers. And as Batman investigates the sort of crime scene, as you will, this is detective side coming out. He notices that it's a Japanese tang, and it's not native to Gotham's cold waters. Which why would it be?
Yeah,
I'm surprised fish can live in Gotham's waters. To be honest,
yeah,
a lot of stuff that gets dumped in there by Mr. Freeze, or when he freezes the lake, and then you got Joker with his garbage, all that stuff.
Mob bosses' bodies.
Yeah. Surprised anything can exist in those waters. But yeah, so Batman notices it's from the aquarium in Gotham. And so does Bullock, who then decides to head there. As he puts it, he doesn't need a bat computer to work out where that fish came from.
Another slide.
Yeah, just not get to see a few cool slides from Bullock in this episode.
I love Bullock's attitude.
And
then where do we go?
And then so Harley clocks Bullock heading into the aquarium and captures him straight away, saying that you're outgunned, sugar, and he's like, yeah, and to which Harley decides to fire the gun and captures him, and these things wrap around him, and then Joker catches him on his hook, and he's just like, "Oh no, I don't like this catch. I think we're gonna have to throw him back." And
poor guy.
He's like, you know what, Bullock, you're a lousy cop, but you make for a terrific worm. As he's gonna put him into a big, massive tank with a shark inside, which is good. Always good fun. See the Joker's traps of how he comes up with these schemes.
And how he always loves to throw in the jokes, especially when it comes to someone dying.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Bullock as well.
Yes, I'm sure it's his favorite. I always think too, when I look at Bullock, especially when I watch Batman '89, when it's that guy that he shoots and says, "Think about the future." I always think like that was like a prototype Bullock.
Yeah, good point. And
I know that's random, but I always just think of it.
It is true, actually. Yeah, Lieutenant Icard.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the big fat detective that Bullock later develops into.
Yeah, who's in on the take.
I mean, they even did it in Batman Begins a little bit with Flash as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Dang, all the connections.
Yeah, such a great way to sort of continue those little tributes to Batman '89.
Definitely. And then where are we?
So this is also a bit now that we get a nice DC collectible shown off in this episode, which is the big giant fish that Joker plonks on Harley's head. Oh
yeah.
She's like, it's been rough on you, Harley. Because you don't really like fish.
Yeah.
To which she responds by plonking a big. Yeah, she responds by plonking a big, massive fish on her head. It's like, "Oh, you're really sick, that boss."
Yeah, he's like, "Don't you want to be my?" He says something like, "Don't you want to be my mermaid or something?" And she thinks that it's going to be like the right end. Puts the fish head.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, which it is actually awesome of DC Collectibles to put that in the expression pack.
Yeah, specifically just from one moment in the series, they put that in there, which is great.
Sometimes they do get it right, people. But yeah, then we see Batman show up, and he gets caught, and then he gets thrown into the tank with the shark while his arms are bound in chains, and then Bullock thinks he's off the hook, but he gets thrown in with a piece of meat. So the shark's in for a big meal.
Yeah, he's just like, do you know what, Harley? Fish are disgusting, so I think I'll go into cattle.
Yeah, cattle.
He's like, talk about a happy meal.
Yeah, that is a all-time classic.
I love how he delivers that line. Do you know what, Harley? Fish are disgusting. I love that. It's fantastic.
Then I'm sure Harley's happy too.
Yes, definitely.
But Batman eventually he saves Bullock, and he's able to break out of his bindings, and he's able to escape the shark. And Joker, who took a big hit on the head while escaping through the roof, shattering some glass. He's a little wobbly to walk, and Batman's able to catch up to him on top of the roof. But he's able to escape, and we see another accessory from an expression pack where Joker has a little rubber tube duck that's able to help him float. He lands in the water, and we see the shark that Batman was escaping is out there, and we don't know whether or not Joker got eaten. It's left up to your imagination. But even Batman says he's not even sure if he's dead or alive because it's the Joker. But that's how it ends, open-ended.
Yeah, I love that scene as well. I always see bats. I think of everything.
Except for the shark.
Yeah, such a great scene, it really is, and cool way to end the episode with a bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and I definitely thought Joker was dead at that point.
Yeah. That shark comes up and snaps the Joker card away as well. That music again, that music's just so creepy in this episode, but it suits it perfectly. I mean, they had a lot of unique Joker music, didn't they, for each episode? Like Joker's favourite had its own as well. So
yeah, which I'm glad. And it's just like Joker's laugh; it gives different things to each one. Like it could be happy carnival music, it could be ominous, creepy music.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, what do you rank the episode?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
So I really love this because it was one I always remembered as a kid, and maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. In fact, probably longer than that, actually. It's probably longer than that. Maybe it was 10 years ago. I can remember when it was just starting to like have an itch to rewatch some Batman episodes, but I didn't actually have any of the series anymore because we used to videotape it. So off eBay, my dad brought me this VHS tape that had like maybe about 5-6 episodes on there, and this was one of them, along with some Two-Face episodes, I think it was, and I think If You're So Smart, Why Are You Rich was on there, and Laughing Fish was one of them too. So I can remember rewatching that and just loved it, fantastic, and so I'm gonna go for a 9 out of 10 for that reason. Just nostalgic, can remember it when I was a kid. Love the episode. Joker's great in it. The music's great in it. Harley's great in it, and you got the side characters of like Bullock and Carl Francis is perfectly casted and is a really cool character in it. So yeah, 9 out of 10 definitely. I have a feeling you're going to rate it quite high as well.
Yeah, I would say, but I'd probably go 9.5 out of 10 because it's basically perfect. I mean,
yeah,
like you said, it feels like a movie, and I don't feel like there's absolutely any minute that's wasted at all.
Yeah,
it's all pretty efficient. Every little thing has to do exactly with the story, and is either a callback or completes a story thread. And I absolutely love it. I mean, there's even the switcheroo where you're a kid and you thought Batman started turning into like a laughing fool, and you're like, oh, it's not really Batman. Okay, good. Because I remember that freaked me out as a kid. I was like, no way, he got him. And it's like, oh, okay, good. All right, it's not bad. But I love that. I love the humor parts with Harley, especially in the commercial. That's just classic Joker. It just feels like something that could be from the '89 movie too, with the commercial. Yeah. So yeah, this is a great episode, and I mean, if you're gonna show anyone a Joker episode from Batman the Animated Series, this would be probably high up on the list of one you would show them.
Definitely would be, yeah. Definitely would be.
Now, what is the next episode that we got?
The next episode is going to be an interesting one. Probably not one of the most well-known, but he certainly gets a couple of episodes with Kira Ken, and it's Night of the Ninja, the next episode. I mean, it's quite nice to discover some of Bruce's background in this, but perhaps
very
not one of the most...
beginnish.
Yeah, perhaps not one of the best-known episodes, but certainly very cool.
I believe that it is Kwame, our guest that we've had on before. I think that's one of his favorite episodes.
Yes, yeah, a really cool episode. This one.
This will be interesting to see what you come up with shot-wise too.
It's going to be tricky. So you've done some great shots in the past for this.
But luckily, I have a ninja figure. I don't know if you have a ninja figure.
I don't. I'm going to have to think outside the box and try and do something different. But we'll see.
Usually yields beautiful results.
Well, I'll certainly try and see what I can do. There's a few scenes in mind that I got ideas for, but I'm going to finish off some laughing fish pictures this afternoon. And yeah.
I have a Joker tomorrow. I have a Joker-filled day today.
You do have a Joker-filled day. Because what's the episode you're doing today?
Be a Clown.
Nice. That's a great episode.
Another classic Joker episode. So I hope people don't get too upset by the amount of Mark Hamill Joker they see today.
Now you see you got a Joker Thursday going on.
Yes. No throwbacks. Just Jokers. Now... We already interviewed our guest, correct?
We did, yes, and had a great time doing so.
Yeah, and actually, congrats to him because I'm looking at his page right now, and he's reached over 3,000 followers, so he's at 3,005.
Nice.
And his name is DJ O'Regan, and he's all the way from Ireland. You can find him at toysnap.inc, and like I said, we already talked to him. He is a great guy. He seems to be a lot of fun, especially since it was the first time talking to him. He is pretty funny, especially toward the end. And he's at no loss of opinion. It was fun hearing what he thought about different movies and the upcoming movies for DC, as well as just how he goes about shooting his photos. And we also learned that a lot of the dios you see on his page that he makes himself, which I think that's very cool. He also takes really nice scenic pictures outdoors. If you like the beautiful rolling hills of Ireland, and if you see, I guess that just like in Scott's recent pictures where you can see the sky, there are days where you can see the sky in Ireland as well. So
definitely.
What did you think of the guest, Scott?
I really enjoyed it, and nice guy, fantastic accent, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So definitely stick around for that because you're going to really enjoy what he has to say.
Yes, and then we have also our next guest is going to be someone who is a toy customizer, customizing a long time, and he also is customs. Not only are they available to look at on Instagram, but he was also featured on The Boys TV show, which is Amazon Prime. A lot of people are enjoying it. It's getting pretty big, especially because of word of mouth after the fact. And his name is The Dark McKnight Creations. And that will be very fun as well. But we hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we hope you guys enjoy the interview. And we will see you on the other side.